Young Larry was born in 1955, and I was born and raised in Marinette, Wisconsin. Literally went to a two-room schoolhouse, and then we moved into Green Bay. During that time, I was really a Little League baseball player. Didn't have the same opportunity for football, but of course the Green Bay Packers were playing right in our backyard, and I became very excited about the Packers. In 8th grade, that's the first time I played football. Well, I originally came to Carroll in part because I was recruited here by Coach Steve Miller. I was part of his first recruiting class. In the first year, when I was a freshman, that was 1973, I played with guys like Jim Schneider and Jim Drolf. They all served as a base to bring us up to my senior year because we played as a unit. The unit would shift. It went from 4 and 5 to 6 and 3, 6 and 3. We felt like we had a chance here, our final year, our senior year, to go to the next level. It's very difficult to get to the next level and keep that edge.
We passed a lot. That's about all we did. So when we passed, we would continually look back and we'd say, look out, the defensive guy's coming. So we really didn't have what I would describe as a classic line team that would know how to run. And quite frankly, that changed with Larry. And when he came, he had an immediate impact. We became more of a passing team to a running team. And for linemen, that's a lot of fun. By today's standards, guys in football that play at the college level have great leverage, good hands, excellent feet, and Larry had all of that.
My sophomore year, 1974 season, Coach Vic Wallace came in and introduced a system that to me was fairly new. It was like a zone blocking system, and I think that's a pretty solid, common, widespread way for offensive linemen to block these days. Coach Wallace was a taskmaster. His big words were drive, 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 drive. We'd be on a blocking sled, drive, 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 and we just loved that. And long after I graduated, I still hear that in my head. Drive, 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 to keep things going.
At the end of the day, it comes down to, in most cases, because you're doing a lot of running plays, the ability to push people back. And that requires a certain amount of strength. And I think Larry had a heck of a lot more strength. That makes a difference. Leverage, feet, technique, hands are pretty important. As my son used to tell me, he said, Dad, you were a non-skilled player. And I believe that we were skilled players. You know, we had to use different techniques to be able to play.
Thinking back to the championship season, we had to provide goals to our coaches, and we're going to try to fulfill those goals, of course. We knew we had to beat Wheaton, because as all know who follow football, if you lose one of the first games of the season, it's going to be really hard to win the conference. And it was a tight game, tightly fought game. At halftime, coaches really wanted to loosen us up because we were tight. And we started singing a song, The Ants Go Marching In, 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. And we came out loaded for bear and loosened up and ended up winning the game. It was still close, but it was not in doubt in the second half. This playoff game that we got into, we were very proud to make the playoffs, and we were very focused on trying to prevail in that game. And so we were ready, we were geared up, we were in shape. I don't think any of us thought about an overtime. I never played an overtime game. Definitely a tough fought battle. I'm disappointed that we got, I would say, substantially impacted by a really bad call. I was standing right in front of it. I saw it happen. It was kind of a shank punt was coming down. And the short man, he's getting ready to catch the ball. And all of a sudden he's tackled. And the ball bounces around, it's recovered by the other team. And they went down and he tied. Ever since, I've been a strong proponent of replay. Challenge, coach challenges, replay for calls like that.
The greatest thing about Larry was his modesty. He was extremely humble. He wasn't outspoken. He wasn't loud. He wasn't always vociferous. He wasn't running up and down the field and trying to get people's attention. I knew that he was a leader immediately. He was playing with guys that were exceptionally talented because now by this time they were seniors. But I think his game was very cerebral, and I think it was very technique oriented. And that was a big change from what we had experienced before in the past.
Football, nothing else that can actually get you focused and get your body working, also get your mind working. And I've heard from people, and now that I'm retired, that when you want to keep going, you want to work your body, you want to work your mind to keep things going. Well, that's how we started. It helped me over the years to know I can do a lot more than I ever thought I could do when I was growing up. Things got tough in the legal world. I could hear in the back of my head Coach Wallace yelling, drive, 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 drive on the blocking sled, and I'd keep it going. That connection is nice, but now this will make it an even better, even stronger connection for me with the university. And I appreciate the award, and it'll help me provide stronger support for the university.